Coming up, we'll talk about the big issue in Brie Bella and Daniel Bryan's relationship, an update on what WWE is doing concerning Becky Lynch's pregnancy, and another update to the never-ending Roman Reigns and WWE situation. First off is the big reveal of all these deep problems between Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella. During a recent interview with TV Insider, Brie Bella got extremely candid about her relationship issues with Daniel Bryan and revealed a lot of things that we never knew were going on between the two. Brie Bella had this to say during the interview when talking about Total Bellas and their issues. I think because we are in quarantine, Nicole and I sit there and watch it with Artem and my husband, Brian. So it's revealing a lot of those moments again together and having these feelings come back. You're never prepared for reality television or what is going to happen. Brian and I never had the intention of showcasing our marriage the way we did this season. What happens when the cameras are on? Producers start to realize what is going on. It's like, wow, are you and Brian distant? Are you and Brian happy? You start to ask these same questions and realize, I'm not happy. We are distant and evolving differently. But Brian and I put on a brave face and show this part of our marriage because we do believe a lot of married people who have kids go through this. Brie Bella also talked about how the quarantine life has been for them so far and had this to say. Nikki and I are really lucky because we're next door neighbors. We literally have zero property line. When quarantine started, we were at each other's homes. We've been lucky to have our families. We have coffee in the morning. We go on walks. Every night we do a different dinner at someone's house. There is a little change of scenery. We've both been helping each other calm and positive because like everyone else, we lost a lot of stuff. Whether it's you lost jobs or had all these plans, everything. I feel bad for my sister because this is the first time she's been pregnant. We had to cancel her baby shower, possibly a maternity photo shoot. All these fun things to do. I think because we are both pregnant and can't have wine, that we have been each other's best support system. It has made this whole quarantine process not only go by fast, but be more on the pleasant side rather than the scary side. So Brie had a lot to say there, but I think what stood out to me the most was a reveal about her relationship problems with Daniel Bryan. Brie flat out said, I'm not happy. So that is a bit concerning. But as Brie explained, that her main issue is that they were so distant from each other. Even before the lockdown, Daniel Bryan was always on the road with WWE and Brie was at home. So they probably saw each other once or twice a week, which of course isn't the best for a relationship. Now, with the lockdown and the fact that Brie is currently pregnant, things are just as bad and maybe even worse. Brie obviously can't travel or go anywhere with Daniel Bryan, has to stay close to the WWE Performance Center for the SmackDown tapings, so things are still rough there. Brie also explained a few weeks ago that they were a bit skeptical about Bryan coming home because he has been in the Performance Center this whole time. And it's sort of like the Roman Reigns situation. Daniel Bryan doesn't want to bring anything home to his pregnant wife and daughter. So Daniel Bryan self-quarantines himself for 14 days before going home. So it's really rough. However, fans were starting to doubt what Brie was claiming because the Total Bellas series is a reality show after all. Although these shows claim to be 100% real and authentic, that's almost never the case. Reality shows have their own TV writers as well, and they create drama to keep viewers hooked in. So is it a possibility that the Total Bella writers are over-exaggerating Brie and Daniel's relationship issues for ratings? Absolutely. There probably is some truth to the issues that Brie is talking about, but the reality show writers are probably painting it out to be worse than it actually is. So you have to watch out for that. But what are your thoughts on what Brie revealed there? This is a great time to remind you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. A large percentage of our viewers are not even subscribed to the channel. So take a second to click that subscribe button so you won't miss any of the new videos. Let's get back into the story. Next up, we have some interesting notes about Becky Lynch's pregnancy. It looks like WWE is wasting no time to bring in new Becky Lynch merchandise, even if she'll be out of the action for a long time. WWE debuted the new The Mom t-shirt for Becky Lynch, which of course is a play on Becky's original The Man t-shirt. Becky Lynch even reacted to the new shirt and had this to say on Twitter. Can't even be mad at it because I need formula money. Becky also had this to say on Twitter during the week. I have no idea what happens from here, but I do know that you've made all my dreams come true. I entered the Performance Center in 2013, not knowing anyone. I'll leave the same building tonight with my new family. Thank you all so much. Becky has been met with nothing but love and support from everyone ever since the announcement was made. Unfortunately, there were a few people out there that actually shared the same mindset as Shayna Baszler's WWE character and said, how can Becky do this when she's on top of the WWE? But it was her and Seth's decision. The time was right, and when she does return to the ring, Becky will just pick back up from where she left off, and it will really be great. Even though we are a long time away from Becky's return, fans can't wait to see Becky back in the ring. Lastly, we have an update to the Roman Reigns situation. This has to be one of the most up and down stories in a long time. So many mixed reports, and quite frankly, no one knows anymore what's going on anymore between Roman Reigns and WWE. However, we did recently get a small update regarding Roman Reigns. So Roman is definitely making the most out of being home 24/7. Roman has started his own Cameo page. Basically, to sum it up, a celebrity will set their price and will record a special shoutout video for fans. So Roman started up his page and is already seeing a lot of success on his page as well. Roman is charging $400 for one quick personalized video for his customers. Now, some fans have been a little iffy on Roman's price and they think it's way too high for anyone to really pay, especially during a time like this. But if you really think about it, it makes sense why Roman's prices are more up there. If Roman was charging $10 to $20 per video, he'll be flooded in orders because most fans can't afford that. So he raises the price so that he won't be spammed with orders. Not a lot of fans can afford a $400 video. So he'll have a decent amount of orders coming in, but won't be completely flooded in orders. So that part makes sense. But according to reports, there's still no word on Roman's return, and Roman is in no rush to return. So that report is new, but in a way, we have always figured Roman wouldn't rush back. Roman made that beyond clear in his Instagram post back in March. He said he'll come back as soon as he can, but it'll have to be after everything is completely over and done with. Reports claim that this source said that there's still no time frame for Roman's return. They said it could be a few more weeks, a few more months, or he'll just be out indefinitely. They just don't know. If I had to take a guess, I'll say Roman is just out indefinitely. It will definitely be longer than a few weeks, and even a few months seem unlikely for Roman. Me personally, I get the feeling that it's a possibility for Roman to just sit out the rest of the year if things stay this way. We hope that this isn't true and he returns sooner, but a Roman return just looks so unlikely right now considering the current circumstances. Reports also claim that due to Roman's Cameo success, it doesn't really matter if WWE pays him or not because he's bringing in a lot of revenue from those fan videos as well. But the future is just so unpredictable right now in terms of everything going back to normal. And in order to get Roman's return, we need everything to go back to normal. So that's what makes this return so hard to predict. There was another report that claims since Vince McMahon has his eyes set on SummerSlam to be the pay-per-view event where live crowds return, WWE is already looking at multiple different plans for SummerSlam. Originally, it was supposed to take place in Boston, with Gronk playing a huge role in the show. Gronk spent majority of his NFL career playing in Boston, so WWE assumed it would be the perfect spot to really showcase him at, since the fans there love him. But Gronk went back to the NFL, and SummerSlam's status is still unknown, so everything is up in the air once again. But what are your thoughts on all of these stories? Leave your comments, don't forget to subscribe with notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.